Hello. Thank you for joining our Total Resilience Yoga. My name is Leland, and I have the distinct pleasure of being the executive director over here at Trauma Recovery Yoga, as well as one of the instructors. And I realized just before going on today, I didn't create one of the little pre-class things, so hopefully you guys saw that on the schedule and you're here with us. So don't mind me as I get myself all set up here. Make sure that everybody can see me. And here in just a moment, we will go ahead and get started. So if you can, find that quiet place or more quiet place in your house. I know sometimes, especially with us parents, it's not very easy to get that quiet moment in the house. So if you can, find that area for you. And we will begin here in just about 5 minutes. So you'll notice a few differences with this form of yoga. And it's actually one of my favorites because it brings you back to the moment. It really does allow you to be here with whatever you're going through, with whatever you're dealing with. So many of us have had, issue with the isolation. I know I have. My goodness, it's driven me absolutely insane. So the beautiful part about this form is it allows you to really check in with yourself or tune in with yourself and check out with everything else. So as we move forward, you may notice some differences in this yoga, such as no music. I'm not going to be walking around while we're on video anyway, so it wouldn't make much sense for me to walk around the room. But we don't do that even in our live classes. I stay right up at the front. I'll be modeling the entire time. So if you have any issues with anything that I'm calling out, just go ahead and look up to the front or look at your screen and you'll know exactly where I'm headed from there. So the biggest one ever is choice, of course. So express your choice throughout this. And this form it's less about the yoga and more about the self-regulation techniques that you're going to hear me calling out. And those are what have helped me incredibly. I am a combat veteran and also had to deal with several issues physically, one of which being a quadriplegic after the military, injuring my neck. And then also just about a little over a year ago, so it's just past my anniversary, head-on car crash that again left me without the ability to walk. So I've now had to learn how to walk 3 times in my life. And this form is my absolute favorite. I love practicing all of the different forms of yoga, but this one specifically for those who have been through things. And right now, everybody is going through something, a bit of a challenge, so to speak, or having issues with the way that the world has kind of fallen out as of lately. It kind of feels like we've got choice taken away, right? So this is the chance for you to check in with you and get that choice back. For the next hour, once we get started, it's your yoga, your mat, and your rules. So if you sit and breathe while I call things out the entire time, you are practicing yoga, my friend. If you lay back and breathe, again, yoga is breath work. 95% of all yoga is breath work, and breath is presence. So allow yourself to be wherever you are and pay attention for those self-regulation techniques as we move along. And of course, you'll probably hear me repeat this kind of like a parrot for those that come in the next couple of minutes. But I'll give you that breakdown once again. So thank you again for being here, and allow yourself to just kind of let go. I think sometimes letting go is the hardest pose in yoga, right? We all have this idea of where we want to be, what we want to look like, and what we want to do on a daily basis. And even myself being a yoga instructor, I noticed that there are some days where I'm on it and there's some days where I'm super not on it. So I just have to kind of respect the space where I'm at, kind of let go of that judgment and be more curious about where I am, where are you today kind of situation. There are some days, just like in working out or fitness, where you've had that just kick-ass workout and now you're super sore. So maybe you can't do as much. Maybe you can't stretch as much. Maybe it's a little tougher for you to do some of the things. So allow yourself to be wherever you are today and express that choice for yourself, please. All right, we're going to get started here in just a couple of minutes. So welcome in to everybody for your total resilience yoga with Leland. And if you notice, I'm under the palapa. So this was, I came over to my brother's house just for a quick visit with the family, and it turned into me being here for yoga once more. So you'll see me next Wednesday at my new spot with a nice view of the city behind us and everything. So enjoy yourself on this one. Please find that space now. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and head back to my mat, and we are going to flow through this amazing form or method of yoga called total resilience yoga. Right. Well, welcome to Total Resilience Yoga. My name is Leland Holgate, and I am the executive director here at Trauma Recovery Yoga. I have the distinct pleasure of working with all these amazing tri-teachers and the co-founders Joyce and Darwin Bozen as well. So this form of yoga is very special and near and dear to me. I'm a combat veteran and also a recovering quadriplegic, and just a little over a year ago, a recovering paraplegic. So I had to learn how to walk again 3 times. And this yoga has helped keep me sane. It has helped me deal with a lot of the issues that have come from any of the trauma in my life. And you'll notice that all these self-regulation techniques that I call out while we're moving through our practice, you can take those off of the mat. Those aren't just for on the mat. You can do this in your car. You can do this at work. Anywhere where you are, listen for those regulation techniques where I call the head positioning and everything else. And you can use those for yourself off of the mat. Of course, we speak science here, not Sanskrit. So as we move through, you're going to hear me just give out a little bit more information about what the body is doing and why that pose works for us. All right? So allow yourself also the ability of choice. Like we talked about before this episode started for us. Choice has kind of been taken away for a lot of us, especially with how we're living in our society. So if you sit and you breathe the entire time, or lay back and breathe the entire time you are practicing yoga, please rock that out for yourself and make sure that you express that choice. Okay? We're going to start off in our seated position, whatever that looks like for you. You can be on your knees, you can be cross-legged, your legs can be straight, whatever that looks like for you. And you'll notice a few differences here as we move along. I'm not going to play any music. I'm not going to have you standing on your head or doing any of that crazy Instagram yoga stuff that you might have seen. And while we're going, I'm going to be modeling up at the front. So if I call something out and you don't exactly know where we're going, go ahead and take a look at the screen and you'll see what I'm doing. You can bring yourself into that pose. Okay? As I said before, express your choice. So if I'm going too fast, slow it down, and if I'm too slow, you can speed it up for yourself. Okay, so this is all about progress, not about perfection. So leave that that judgment aside and just move from curiosity today. Find out where you are and allow yourself to move from that space. All right, so we're going to get started. Sitting bones connected. Now your hands just rest on your knees. You can let your head drop towards your chest. So chin falls to your chest. And start to pick out 4 different colors, or 4 different shapes. Maybe a pattern. Maybe the contrast of your skin to your clothing. Or the contrast of your mat compared to the floor. Pick out those 4 different colors or shapes. That helps you bring yourself into this moment, the here and now. As we're looking down, this also sends the signal to our brain, all is well, I am safe, I am right where I should be. Notice your sitting bones connected to the mat, supported by the earth. And now practicing a little mindfulness, just a fancy word for noticing. Start to notice where you may be holding or where you may be tense. Maybe where the breath is restricted. Pay attention to these areas. No need to try to change them, just noticing. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Really engage your lower intrinsic muscles by restricting the flow of urine. Pull everything in and up, and you'll start to feel that area heat up. That's your internal core temperature, your internal furnace heating up. Continue to pull your belly button in and up. Realize that power starts to build, and that power comes from you. This also helps pull all that mind chatter down away from the brain where it can be burned up and used for fuel. Continue pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Just another few moments. And start to release. And now filling up from the bottom all the way to the top with our 3-part breath. As you inhale, big belly, into your chest, into the back of your eyes. Exhale through your chest. Press your belly button to your spine. Inhale, big belly, into your chest, into the back of the eyes, washing around. Exhale through your chest. Press your belly button to your spine. Inhale, big belly, into your chest, washing around, cleansing behind the eyes. Exhale through the chest. Press your belly button to your spine. Come back to your normal breath. Now scan through the body just to notice any changes. Forehead relaxed, jaw released, shoulders away from your ears, and your hands just gently lying on your knees. On your next inhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder, head rolls back. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, chin to your chest. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Continue to roll around. Link your breath to your motion. Your pace, your yoga, your rules. You'll hear that popping and cracking, and that's just nitrogen leaving the joints, that old stagnant energy being cleaned out. Roll around one more time. Let your chin fall to your chest. Give yourself that moment of pause. Let any dizziness subside. It's completely normal. As you inhale, left ear, left shoulder, head rolls back. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder, chin to your chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder, head rolls back. Continue to link your breath to your motion. Roll around at your pace, allowing that popping and cracking to release all that old stagnant energy, making way for the new. Roll around one more time. Let your chin fall to your chest and give yourself that same moment of pause. You start to blink your eyes open. You can lift your gaze. Bring your right hand out and keep your shoulder blade plugged in here. Start to wiggle your fingers. Get the blood flowing. Look up towards your right fingertips. You can open up your eyeballs nice and wide too. The more light comes in, the more of those happy hormones start to drop. Maybe a big goofy smile on your face. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, look down to your left hand. Let it walk away from you. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, up and over. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, both hands up toward the sky. Wiggle your fingers, look up. Now keep your left arm open. Continue to wiggle your fingers, keep the blood flowing, look up. Maybe that same big goofy smile on your face. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, look down towards your right hand. Let that walk away from you. Inhale, up and over with the exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, back up to the center. Wiggle both fingertips. Look up. As you exhale, let your hands come down towards your knees. Your right hand comes over to your left knee. Left hand directly behind your hip so you can press up, sit up tall. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist at the base of the ribcage. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. And switch off now. Left hand comes to your right knee. Your right hand behind your hips. As you inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist at the base of the ribcage. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. And slowly come back to the center. And now one more time, we're going to reach arms up overhead. Interlock your fingers. Keep your pointer fingers at that steeple. As you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, come up and over to your right. As you inhale, reach with your top hand. Exhale, pull with your bottom. Inhale, reach with the top. Exhale, pull. Inhale, back up to the center, reach up, and exhale up and over to the other side. As you inhale, reach with your top hand. Exhale, pull with the bottom. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, back up to the center. Separate your hands, let them float down. Chin to your chest. Now scan the body once again from your forehead. Jaw released, shoulders away from your ears. Your hands just gently lying on your mat. Start to blink your eyes open. Lift your gaze. Now pull your heels in towards your hips and roll yourself forward. Or you can just move your legs out of the way. You don't have to be all fancy like me. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And now I want you to take in a deep inhale. Imagine taking in all the clean, all the positive, all the healthy. And as you exhale, crunch your left shoulder to your left hip. You can also sit back. Inhale to the center, taking all that clean and positive. Exhale, crunch to the right, cleansing the organs, squeezing out that negativity. Inhale, back to the center, taking all that clean and positive. Exhale, crunch to the left. Inhale, back to the center, taking all that happy, all that positive, all that clean. Exhale, crunch to the right. And one more as we come to the center, taking all that healthy, all that positive, all that happy. As you exhale, crunch to the left. Cleanse the toxins. Exit out tension. Inhale, back to the center. Taking that clean and positive. Exhale, crunch to the right one more time. Inhale, back to the center. Now take your right foot to the back of your mat and your left arm comes forward. You decide whether you want just one or maybe both or maybe none, completely up to you. Press your belly button to your spine as you inhale, reach both directions. Exhale, press your belly button to your spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Lower your left hand and your knee back down to the mat. And I don't want you walking in circles, so let's do that other side. Left leg goes back. Right arm comes forward. And you decide whether you want one or both up in the air. Press your belly button to your spine as you inhale. Reach both directions. Exhale, press your belly button to your spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Slowly lower your hand and your knee back down. Tuck your toes and press yourself back to your first downward dog. Hands about shoulder width apart, feet about hip width apart. You can also bend at your knees. This helps take your hamstrings out of the game. So you can just concentrate on a nice, flat, straight back. As we're here, we like to practice the two most powerful words in the universe, I am. So rock those for yourself, whatever that is today. I am amazing. I am happy. I am powerful. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center, look down to your fingertips. Again, send the signal to your brain, all is well. I am safe. I am right where I should be. And release. So we're going to move through some sun salutations now, and these are meant to burn up that excess energy that we all carry around with us. Remember to move at your own pace. If I'm too fast, slow it down. If I'm too slow, speed it up. And if you lay or sit and breathe the entire time, you're practicing yoga. Let yourself experience your choice. I know right now it's super, super key. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams here once again. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse one, dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Breathe out, release. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams here. I am powerful. I am positive. I am brilliant. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse one, dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Exhale, release. And now as you inhale, sit yourself back and then down. You can look past your knees and see if you see your toes. If you can wiggle your toes, you're putting your weight in toward your heels, which helps with our chair. Belly button in towards your spine. Arms come up overhead. We can look up past our fingertips, which helps clear a little fog off of the brain, bringing some clarity to the moment. Maybe you sit a little lower, maybe you press your belly button to your spine, or maybe you just fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams. I am amazing. I am prosperous. I am generous. As you inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, swing your right foot forward, drop your back heel down, and inhale up to your warrior two, or better known as the yogurt pose, because it's in all those yogurt commercials. Back leg stays straight and strong. You can drop into your front thigh. You can also bring your front knee to your pinky toe, which helps you get a little deeper. You bring your shoulder blades together to create that straight line as we look over the right fingertips. And now your front palm comes up. I'm going to give you a disco ball filled with happy and amazing thoughts. As you exhale, come back to your reverse warrior and just let that pour down on top of you. Just another few moments. Come back to your warrior two. And now your right elbow can come down to your right thigh. I can't left and right today. Reach with your left arm. You can also bring your hand down to the inside of your right leg for an extra little stretch, completely up to you. Now left hand comes down, back heel comes up, and let's stretch across the body. Reach with the right arm. Now right hand comes down, right leg moves back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams here once again. I am perfect just the way I am. I am healing. I am letting go. Inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Exhale, release. And as you inhale, sit back and down once more. Arms come up overhead. And now exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams. I am loyal. I am beautiful. I am fun. As you inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, swing your left foot forward. Drop your back heel down. Inhale, up to your warrior two. Just another moment here while we check in with the body. Just notice if the back leg is straight and strong. You can also notice if you're leaning forward or back as if you're trying to be into the future or into the past. See if you can bring yourself back to that center place. Maybe a bend in towards your front thigh. Maybe your shoulder blades come together. Your front palm spins up. I refilled that ball with happy and amazing energy. As you exhale, come back to your reverse warrior. Let that pour down on top of you. Come back to your warrior two. And now your left elbow comes to your left thigh. Reach up with your right hand. You can let your left hand come down to the mat for that extra little stretch. And now your right hand comes down, back heel comes up, and the left arm goes up for that counter stretch. Your left hand comes down, left leg moves back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams once again. I am letting go. I am playful. I am amazing. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Exhale, release. And one last time, sit yourself back and down. This time you can leave your hands hanging. We're going to look down just to, again, tell our body all is well. I am safe. I am right where I should be. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams. I am prosperous. I am powerful. I am happy. As you inhale, right leg comes up. As you exhale, swing your right foot forward. Drop your back knee down. And from here, you decide if you want to go up to that low lunge, or you can bring your knee back and reach both arms up. Now, while we're here, I'm going to give you a balloon. I want you to look up and see that balloon. Feel that balloon. Notice the color, the texture. Now I'm going to give you a big greasy marker. I want you to take and write down everything that you want to let go of in your life. All the things that no longer serve you. Maybe it's a feeling, you don't have any words for it. So you associate a number or a color with it. You write it all over that balloon. As you inhale, feel it lifting. Exhale, separate your arms and watch as it sails away. Smaller and smaller. Taken by the universe to be recycled into something new. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, plant your hands. Your right leg can move back. Come back to your plank. Lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams here. I am a little sweaty. I am happy. I am amazing. The left leg comes up to the sky. As you exhale, swing your left foot forward. You can drop your back knee down and come up to that low lunge, or you move both knees back. Completely up to you. Once again, look up. This time I'm going to give you a sky lantern. I want you to see that. The four walls, completely empty, a canvas for you to write. And now you take out that marker, and I want you to write down everything you want in your life. All the things you want to experience, all the people, the places, everything you want in your life, write it all over that sky lantern. Put the marker away. I give you a candle to put right at the bottom of that, and you light that candle. As you inhale, feel it lifting. As you exhale, separate your arms. Watch as it sails away. Smaller and smaller, taken by the universe to be granted as a wish for you and those you love. Inhale, reach up. Plant your hands. Your left leg moves back. The last one, I promise. Lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams. I am happy. That's the last one. I am fun. I am brilliant. As you inhale, heels up, look forward. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center, look down to your fingertips. Give yourself just that moment of pause. Let the brain realize all is well. I am safe. I am right where I should be. And release. Now we're going to build a mountain. That's right. You are that mountain. So you're going to take your hands, place them onto your hips. Just do a little hop. Your feet naturally land directly underneath your hips. So my favorite exercise, everybody knows this one for me. Lift all of your toes. Separate your toes as wide as you can. Now place your pinky toes down. Place your big toes down. And now your pinky toe, your big toe, and your middle toe. I know many of you have tried. I cannot get that yet. Press through all four corners of your feet. Feel your calves engage. Your thighs, your quads engage. Belly button in towards your spine. Hands work down toward the mat. Fingers being pulled as if by spider webs or ribbons. Shoulder blades come together. Shine your heart space forward. And as you inhale, feel yourself grow like you're growing an extra inch with each breath. Crown of your head toward the sky. Keep everything engaged. Feel what it's like to be that mountain. You are that immovable force. You are powerful. Keep everything engaged. I'm going to count down from 5. You're going to let everything hang. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's let everything hang. Notice the difference in the body for sure. Forehead and jaw, release. Shoulders fallen from the ears. Your feet connected to the mat, supported by the mat and the earth. As you inhale, start to lift your gaze. Reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees. Let your chest come to your thighs. Let your head fall. And now you can reach your peace fingers around your big toes, or maybe your hands underneath your feet, or maybe you just let your arms hang out behind your knees. The important part is to have the heart above the head. We're allowing the heart to get a break that it needs. All day long, it's fighting that gravity to get the blood back up to the brain and into the areas of the body where we need it. We're also letting that blood pool and those happy hormones start to build up for us. And you'll notice here in a moment why we call this the Xanax of yoga. Release your hands up to your hips. Pull your belly button in toward your spine and slowly, very, very slowly, take yourself up and your head comes up last. Isn't that magical? I love that so much. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, chest to your thighs. Maybe you pick a different one. Maybe this time your hands go underneath your feet. Maybe you grab your big toes with your peace fingers, or maybe you just let your arms hang out behind your knees. Completely up to you. While we're here, we're also toning that vagus nerve system that helps enact that relaxed side of our body. So the more you do this work, the easier it is to bring yourself back to the moment. Release your hands up to your hips. Pull your belly button into your spine, and slowly, like it's a game, to come up last. Take yourself up. Oh, I love that so much. Let's do that one more again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, you pick it. Let your hands come behind your knees or grab for your big toes. You can make this active or passive, completely up to you. Again, just letting the heart get the break that it deserves. Always, always, always fighting while we walk and sit and walk. Release your hands up to your hips. Pull your belly button into your spine. And as you inhale, come up very, very slowly. I can do that all day, so we best move on. So step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back, and come right back to your down dog. I know, you were thinking it. You said that was the last one, I promise it is. Now you can bring your knees down, and you can let yourself just sit your legs off to the side and bring yourself down to the seated form of our try. I love this part. So bring your feet together here. And it's up to you where your heels are. So obviously pulling your heels in a little closer, you get a little bit more of a stretch. If you want to alleviate that stretch, take your heels a little further away from your hips. You can sit up tall. You can also press your elbows in towards your thighs. Maybe anatomically tough like it is for me. And now bring your thumbs across the pads of your feet. Start to sit up nice and tall. Shoulder blades come together. Protect your spine. This is more of a hinge than a rounding at the back. Pull your feet open with your thumbs, and as you exhale, start to bring your heart over what looks like a book. We're going to call that the book of your life. The beautiful part about that is you are the author. You get to write that next chapter. What does that look like for you? Start to write that down. Write it from your heart. Your heart is pouring into that story. Imagine yourself obtaining what you want to obtain, doing what you want to do. See all of those things that you want in your life and write them all in this next chapter of your story. Feel those emotions as if you already obtained it. Be happy that you have what you have. Just another few moments. Now I want you to surrender that story, knowing that it's going to happen. Let your hands come forward. Let your chin just fall to your chest, and your back slightly round. Letting go of the how, letting go of the when. Just understanding that the more we keep moving forward, those things are ours. Walk your hands in towards your knees. And take your hands to the outside of your knees so you can lift your knees up. Give them a little assistance there. That can be a little hard on the hips sometimes. And now we're going to bring our sitting bones to the mat, bottom of your feet to the mat. And now your hands come behind your hamstrings, elbows nice and wide. And start to increase that angle in between your knees and your chest. You'll feel your core engage. Now you can lift your shins parallel to your mat. This is boat. We're here to get that shake, to let that fear go from our body, that excess fear that we don't need anymore because it doesn't serve us anymore. Let that fear go. Just like a cheetah after it hunts, it shakes all of that energy free. This is neurogenics. We're letting our body shake free all of that fear, all that excess energy. Right ankle over your left. Heels come in. Plant your hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. And come right back to your boat, whatever that looks like for you. You can have an inner tube here. You can have a speedboat. Maybe you got a sailboat. Completely up to you. Just let that fear, false evidence appearing real, leave you. Left ankle over your right. Heels come in. Plant your hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. And one more again, come back to your boat, whatever it looks like for you. Again, that fear is just a mental construct. It can also stand for face everything and rise. Right ankle over your left, heels come in, plant your hands, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Now pull your heels in towards your hips once again, or just move your legs over to the side so we can roll ourselves forward. All right, once we make our way to the front, we're going to come up to our plank one last time, okay? So step up to your plank. You can also be on your knees. Your ankles can be in the air. Completely up to you what your plank looks like right now. Let your heels fall over to the right and let your left arm come up for your side plank. You can also drop your bottom knee down for an extra little support. Just another few moments. Left hand comes down. Back to your plank. Ankles or heels drop to the left. Reach with your right arm. You can also drop your back knee down here. And now come back to your plank. Give yourself that moment. Hold for just another moment. Lower down to your forearms and interlock your fingers here. Create that little space. And as you inhale, take in power, positivity, and health. As you exhale, trap that for yourself and for those you love. Just another few moments. And slowly lower your knees down. Let your arms move wide. Find your favorite ear and give yourself a moment. Just notice the body. Maybe you notice where each part of the body connects to the floor. Maybe you notice the temperature of the floor in contrast to the temperature of your skin. Start to slowly lift your chin to the mat. Switch off your ears. And again, just check in. Maybe you check in with the thermal imprint that you're leaving, or the heartbeat telling the story that you just wrote that next chapter. And now slowly start to bring your way up to your chin. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet in toward the mat. And as you inhale, come up to a baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up to your baby cobra. Maybe lift your hands. Exhale, lower down. And inhale up, baby cobra. Maybe you lift your hands. Maybe you lift your feet. Completely up to you. And now lower back down and press up to all fours. And bring yourself back to your child's pose. So knees go wide, toes together. Let your forehead come to your mat. Your hands move in front of you, a straight arm. Just give yourself a moment here to connect. This is a very grounding pose. Very secure, very safe. It also awakens that inner child. You can lower the heart rate by letting your forehead swing left and right. Now settle your forehead down. Slowly start to work your way back up. You can bring your knees together and let your legs come off to the side. And we find our way onto our seat. So all the way back and down. Let yourself lay all the way back. And now the absolute favorite. Waterfall. So legs move up toward the sky. Your toes fall in towards your knees. Now, this one is one of my favorites. 5 to 10 minutes before bed. This helps with insomnia, depression, and anxiety. You can also slightly bend at your knees. They don't have to be straight. Your hands can come behind your hamstrings. And for yourself, you could do this up against the wall at home, which, of course, takes a lot of the work out of the pose. You feel that tingle. That's your blood flowing back down to the visceral area, that important part of where the organs are. You can help that along as you inhale, press your toes up. As you exhale, pull your toes down. Inhale, press. You find that rhythm, your breath, your motion, your yoga. Maybe you pedal your feet left and right. Now you can bring your legs together here. Straighten out your legs. And now match that angle with your hands and your arms. Start to take your straight legs to that 45-degree angle now. Match the angle with your arms, creating that jackknife. You notice once again, you start to shake, you start to wiggle. That's what we're looking for. We're letting that last little bit of fear go. I'm going to count down from 5, and you slowly lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything come down. Let your heels fall about hip distance apart. The tops of your hands come down to the floor with your palms face up. You can get whatever last little shifts that you need to out of your shoulders, out of your hips. Just find that comfortable spot for you. This is the pose for which we practice. It's a pose of contemplation and honor, one of respect for yourself. Pay attention to everything that you did today, all that you accomplished. But rest, just rest. Start to think the about everything in your life that you're happy for. Maybe it's friends. Maybe it's family. It could be the ability to walk. Maybe happy for the ability to talk. Maybe you're happy for clean water and food. Maybe you're happy for clothing. Continue to run through that list of everything that you are grateful for. Some of you may be continually thinking about all of those beautiful people in your life. Maybe you're happy for the ability to practice yoga. As we're here, I want you to picture yourself in a meadow. This beautiful meadow is filled with green grass. Soft, most cushiony grass you've ever seen. You choose to either sit or lie on this soft, cushiony grass. And allow yourself to just let go. For just a moment, you start to notice all the things that are around you, like the beautiful flowers, the small animals playing, birds singing in the sky, and a partly cloudy day, beautiful and sunny, with slight clouds. As you lay there looking up, you notice the unique shapes of the clouds. Now you notice those clouds continue to roll by. These clouds represent your thoughts. Just as easily as they pop up, you notice the paths of thought. With every thought, with every cloud, with every breath, you fall further, further into that state of peace. Now one of those clouds starts to lower itself, ever so slightly. You notice that it's headed your way. It lowers itself to you, and picks you up off of the ground, cradling you in soft, down-like comforter. So soft and cushiony. You let yourself lay back, as if you become heavier and heavier. Now as the cloud kicks you up, slowly starting to lift you up into the sky, as it cradles you softly and securely, letting you see the beauty that surrounds you. This cloud lifts you as high as you'd like to go, taking you to that land of dreams and peace. breath. With every little bit of motion, you notice how you fall further and further into that comfortable cloud, secure, safe, a place that only you can find. This cloud is there for you at any time that you need. You need but to think of your cloud. Just close your eyes. Slowly start to bring yourself back down to the ground, ever so softly, remembering that you can come back here at any time. Slowly reach the ground and decide whether you're sitting or laying in that soft grass. Start to wiggle your fingers. Maybe you wiggle your toes. Now roll over onto your favorite side. Your bottom arm comes up to cradle your head, and your knees come into your chest. Top hand just rests onto the mat. In this fetal position, your body remembers you lived here for almost 10 months before entering the world. So this is a pose of security and peace. It's also a pose of nurturing, reminding us that we can give ourselves everything that we need because we have it within us. Keep your eyes closed. Press your way up to your seated position. You can let your hands rest on your knees or bring your hands up toward heart center. Let your chin fall to your chest. And let this be a bow in honor of respect for yourself. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We have all of our classes on traumarecoveryyoga.org. So you can find that list of virtual classes. We have something going on pretty much every day. And then also for Warriors for Life America, which is our Try Harder series called Warrior Flow. That's on Wednesday morning and Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So please make sure you use those resources. We have a plethora of amazing teachers that are on our virtual platform on YouTube. So share this with everyone as well and allow yourself to kind of check out some of the other stuff that we have. All right, from Leland Holgate here and Trauma Recovery Yoga, it has been my absolute pleasure. Have an amazing, amazing day, and I will see you all very soon. Namaste.